We're live, baby. As soon as we get the YouTube announcement. But you look very pretty.
Yeah, you got some lip gloss on or something?
I just put Vaseline on my lips. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I gotta
Get
tell
them
you a
fine
story.
lip.
We're live, YouTube said. I was invited to my best friend church. She went to a Baptist church, right? And she's kind of ghetto. So you know those big old things of Vaseline. So we
Uh
were
huh.
sitting in church. She reached in her purse, pulled out that big old thing of family size Vaseline, was going like this in church. And I was like, you couldn't get a small one? She said, girl, I don't care. She was the whole time.
hey,
Oh
hey,
my.
hello, hello, everybody.
Hello, I am Black Cubana.
I am the Divine Legacy.
And we have a guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm First Love.
Well, welcome, first
Alira's in the
love.
house. Angel's in the house. Kashif Emerson, Decay, and Mia Williams. What's up, baby?
What it do? What it
What
do?
it do? What it do? Hey guys, what do y'all think about the remix of this Color Purple movie? Do you think they should have left it the original, or you think it was good? This time, um, they got a lot of young people in it.
Um, I want to see it, but I think sometimes the original is best because the original is to me will hit home more than the new one. It felt
Okay.
real. Not saying that the new one ain't gonna feel like that, but the original one felt real. It's like you felt their pain and everything going on. So with that being said, I definitely would definitely sit there and say the original.
Angel said, Angel said they should have left it alone. Decay said the trailer got to her. Mia said, I'm so tired of the remixes. They don't have to have no other way to concurrence of us our history. I know because Danny Glover's father, you know, can't nobody he's dead though, but can't nobody take his place as the father. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just something about him. All right. So, hello, Antoinette. So, I want to give a shout out to Initiated by Spirit. She has her own podcast. I think it's called Mystic and Frequency. I wish you the best of everything, you know. Um, so, the question we're going to do today, I want to mess with First Love. First Love, I got to ask you this question. What is holding you back from being the person you want to be? This is a judgment free zone.
The shackles that I put on myself. That is my main thing holding me back because I'm always like, I always saw myself like I see women around me that's always confident in their body and everything like that, especially on TikTok. Like when I see those big girls on there wearing whatever they want, and I'm like, yes, kill it. But then I be like, oh, but I would never wear that. I put those shackles on myself saying that it ain't gonna look like that on me. It ain't gonna look right. I take away my own confidence and self doubt. So it's the shackles that I put on myself. And I've been trying to learn to break it. Like I wore something recently. It was like a two piece, but it was an outfit and it felt good to wear it. I felt free that day. I looked like a hot mess in the pictures afterwards, but it felt free. So I think it's me. I'm the I'm the biggest person that hold me back. I don't know if y'all know the singer Pink, but she has a song that's called like basically saying that you're your own worst enemy. And I felt that as a kid and I still feel that way as an adult. It's me. I hold myself back. I want to be more confident. I want to be more free to just say and do whatever I want without feeling like I have to explain myself to people. That would be my biggest goal in life right now. Just being able to say whatever I want to say without having to explain anything.
But you know what? You just made the first step today when you said you wanted to be free.
Yeah.
So I'm holding you accountable every morning when you get out of that shower. If when you feel like it, no pressure. You need to look at yourself in the mirror naked. And I want you to say, I love everything about me because, baby, God don't make mistakes.
Hey.
Because there's someone that loves you just the way you are. And if you don't love yourself, then everybody going to say, she don't have no confidence. You know, you want your children. Your children is the first, besides the doctors and stuff. But when you finally hold your child, you are their first everything. So when you look down on yourself, that's going to make them look down on themselves. And they're going to say, well, my mama always did this. But you're beautiful inside and out. So you just made your first step today. So I'm going to hold you accountable for that. Because you are an inspiration to so many full-figure women. There's nothing wrong with you.
Mm-mm.
I don't do makeup either, so I can't tell you the makeup thing, but you're beautiful.
But I definitely want to sit there and say, always remember that the clothes don't wear you, you wear the clothes. Always remember that. You have to remember that the clothes do not wear you, you wear the clothes.
I've heard that before.
Yes,
Yeah.
Angel, that was a question for everybody. I just Spirit wanted me to ask her. But yes, what is holding y'all back from being a person you want to be?
And I to answer that, I would definitely sit there and truthfully be honest when I sit there and say myself, meaning I get in my own head about a lot of things. You know, I sit there and, you know, I'm one of the ones like I make the decision. And even though I made it, whether it's good or bad, I'm still in my head contemplating what other decisions that I could have made, that I should have made, that I might have, should have. It's just one of them should have, could have, would have. You know, so I would definitely say I'm definitely my own worst enemy.
Yeah. Emerson said, I say that a lot too with the dress wearing, y'all. I told my best friend that yesterday.
Yeah.
Angel said her, wait a minute, let me go back. She said letting go of the past.
You got to let it go on here, Angel.
Yeah, RHM said myself and self-doubt. DK said not wanting to hurt people's feelings, people pleasing. That's me also. I relate to you, DK, because I want everybody to make it. I see the best in everybody. So it's like me, a big old mama. I push everybody out of their comfort zone. And some people think that it's being aggressive, you know, but I just see your capability. But what holds me back is because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Because if I go full blown in my spiritual journey and Spirit give me a message, I get in trouble with Spirit because I don't tell everything, because I said, Spirit, they don't see you, they see me. And a lot of people take it against me because I am the messenger. You know, they take it like, oh, this and this and this. And I'm like, no, I'm just the messenger. So sometimes I'll hold back because people they visually see me and see it coming out of my mouth. They don't understand Spirit speaks through me. So I struggle with holding myself back because I'm tired of people always stabbing me in the back, holding me accountable. And I'm like, don't check me, check Spirit. You know, but some people, they see me and they hurt. So I triggered them, so they lash out on me. So that's what's holding me back.
But you know what? It's easier to blame the person with the message. You know, because with the message that you give, when you give it and people don't like it, you got to understand you the vessel. So of course
they attack what they see.
They go attack what they see and stuff. Not saying that is right, because it's not. But you got to think, like, that's like sitting there telling, you know, what's the phrase? Hold on, let me get the phrase together and stuff. That's like, to me, that's like telling a blind person, you see that, right? You know, you can't,
Exactly.
so that's why they automatically would attack the vessel. What you do. So it's like in cases like that, it all I can say is, especially when you do your reading and after reading and everything, just protect yourself to the utmost and stuff. You definitely have to protect yourself to the with the utmost. Um, Emerson said, I need to stop being way too nice to the wrong people. Got to learn to stop sugarcoating people as well. I struggle with letting some family and people walk over me, and I got to stop letting family. And determined, she also, I don't know, is it a he? Determine my future and what path I should take. Yes. 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 Here's the thing, people. And this goes for me too, because I'm gonna tell y'all something that I'm gonna have to. I know I gotta put forth the effort. Can't nobody push you like you will push you for yourself. You gotta want to win for yourself, not nobody else. It gotta be solely for you. You have to want to win for you. You have to want to be in a better position for you. You have to want better things in life for you. Nobody else, no man, no kids, no mother, no nothing, for you. It's all about you. Because at the end of the day, if you can't make yourself happy by yourself, if you can't make yourself happy, how do you expect to make other people happy? You can't. And then a lot of us sit there and holler about we don't want to be fake and this and this and that. But what is, you not being fake? If you make
Being
it other
fake with
people
yourself.
yeah, if you making other people happy, but you're not making yourself happy, you being fake. So we need to come to Jesus right now, I'm gonna say, and we have to put ourselves first. We can't sit there and worry about how Paul feel. Paul be
Mhm.
all right. Paul got his own goddamn struggles.
He has his own sad story. We
Yeah,
all do.
Yeah,
I
But yeah,
definitely understand what you mean, Emerson, when you say letting family take advantage of you and walk right over you. I have done that for so long. I don't even think I have a favorite cousin no more because I stopped. Eventually it bogs you down when you give so much for everybody else and they don't even take the time to wish you a happy birthday. Like I could send you $50 and my birthday the week after that. I'm not asking you for the $50 back, but you can't even give me a happy birthday. That's when I realized as a person, I do too much for other people. I do way too much for other people. I have best friends that don't even talk to me unless they need a ride or they need something from me. Can they hold $10? I've had siblings that only contact me when they want a babysitter or when they need gas money or diaper money, and they can't even contact me to just like, hey sis, how you doing? So
Mm.
I definitely understand that. Yeah, I realized that a lot lately, to be honest. It is okay to cut them off.
but
I've
love them
learned
from a
that.
distance.
Loving
Yes,
from a
ma'am.
distance. I love every one of my family members from a hard, strong difference. And that ties into, I'm sorry, it's somebody else. I think it was Mia who said about boundaries. That is the first step of setting a boundary for yourself, loving your family members from a difference, because your family members are one of those biggest, their family is the biggest kryptonite for a person. Kryptonite is the thing that could take Superman out, but family is that biggest kryptonite for a person because you always want to be there for that family. You always want to show out for your family, show up for your family. You go above and beyond for your family, that you neglect yourself and your feelings because you don't want to hurt their feelings by, telling them the truth. Like, look, this hurt my feelings when you couldn't even reach out to me and say happy Mother's Day. Like, that hurt my feelings. You don't want to say that to them because you know that they're going to get offended and you want to avoid that confrontation, but you have to set those boundaries and love those family members for a difference. I'm the type of woman that is set right there, and I love my mama from a distance. I'm that type of woman, and we get along just fine now because I love her from a distance, and that is my soldier, and I am her soldier. But we good from a distance. She over there, I'm over here. and that's fine, and that's healthy, and that's one way
Yeah.
to set boundaries.
One thing I noticed that I've been doing, I just do it and don't expect nothing in return. I just chunk it as a loss. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I do something for somebody, I'm like, I'm not even gonna look for it back. And when I get in that type of energy, I notice I get blessed triple because I count it as a loss. Because I be telling people, yeah, just pay me back on the 33rd. That's a nice way of saying I know I'm not going to get it back. So just keep it, you know. But family can really hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. They definitely can. They definitely can. I got a big family, and I do love my family, but I do love, some of them from afar and stuff, because you got to recognize the takers. And in this space that I'm in now, like, really, I'm not even trying to talk to nobody, and I ain't trying to do nothing, which, like I said, I have to get myself out the funk, which I know I'm gonna get myself out the funk. But just like right now, I ain't in the mood. But it ain't nothing against nobody. It's just how I'm feeling right now.
You just
So
trying to fight to survive. You're
yeah,
trying to survive.
and I ain't gonna sit there and call nobody and burden them, because everybody got struggles. I'm the type of person, every once in a while I might call you, with some stuff that I need to get off my chest that's hurting me or something like that. But other than that, I try not to burden nobody, because shit, people have more there. I might think my situation is bad, but if I talk to somebody, they might be even worse and be like, damn, I ain't called for this. You don't be prepared and stuff. And it's not to be inconsiderate. It's just to be like, well, shit, I'm going through something too, type of thing. So that's why I try not to call or talk to people.
But sometimes Divine Legacy, their phone might be worse than yours. But then as soon as they tell you, you be like, dang, I have nothing to complain about. And sometimes I know that kind of sounds selfish, but sometimes their phone gets you out of your phone. And it's like you start being grateful,
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the next one is, how have your strengths helped you to succeed?
My strength came from a broken part of me. So with that being said, I don't really know my strength that I ain't broken no more, if that makes sense. Because when I was broken, I had to have this strength, because I had to wall off all of the retarded ass people and all that shit, kids included. I had to wall them off. So me being broken, I ain't have none but my strength. Now that I'm not as broken no more, I can't call it. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm learning, trying to figure it out, but I really don't know.
You're very strong.
Eh,
Because from yesterday and the day before yesterday, you wasn't at this point now. So your strength from the day before and yesterday got you to hear Divine Legacy.
Oh, and best believe I'm fighting it.
You are like in the middle of the ocean, talking about I gotta keep afloat. So you are strong. But right now, you only seeing one set of footsteps. You're not alone. They are carrying you.
Yeah, and that's the thing I notice, and I'm the type of person, I hate to disappoint people, and that's even with God, my spirits, everything. I hate to disappoint people. So it's like one of them things is, if I know they got all of this faith in me, how can I not have it in me?
I feel the same way. It's people don't see what I'm going through, but I'm always there for them. I have moments where I'll be like, I'm hanging by a string. Every now and then someone will come by and say, Spirit told me to tell you this. like you said. So it's like I always have to be there for other people, but I'm never there for myself.
Yeah.
And I get depressed too, but I
Yeah.
have to climb out of that hole
Mm-mm.
because other things that happens and we go through. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
If I had to answer that question, what was the question again?
how have your strengths helped you to succeed?
I think my biggest strength is that I'm very compassionate, and I can't say the word right, so I'm not even gonna try. But I think I think I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna try it. I think I emphasize I have empathy, so I could. I think those have been my biggest strengths, to be a person to, like, I don't judge people or whatnot. I think it's so easy for us to judge other people because we wouldn't do something that way. But I think because one of my strengths is that I'm a very compassionate person, and I, understand where people could come from so easily. And I'm the first one to apologize. Like, if I'm arguing with somebody, I'll be the first one to apologize, because I just feel like that helps you move forward. It gets it gets you there faster, where you can actually find the right solution. So it has made me successful because I probably have never been at a job where someone said they hated my personality. And that comes from me being compassionate. I've had people buy me giant teddy bears for Christmas because they love my customer service. So I think that's one of my biggest strengths. Like, I just started this new job, and one of the team lead managers was already like, "Oh, you about to be everybody's favorite, ain't you?" And I'm like, "As long as y'all know,
Mm-hmm.
like, as long as y'all know." But that's one of, I guess, my biggest strengths is that's what made me successful, because people can come to me. I make myself available.
And as far as the apologizing, back in the day, before I took this spirituality, Aries didn't say sorry. I'm like, fuck you. But now that I've been learning
That's
humbleness,
why I had to smile.
and on this spiritual journey, it has humbled me a lot. It has helped me to listen more. No, don't get me wrong. I'm still a human. I do have my human moments, but I have came a long way. And I'm quick to say, if I offended thee, I apologize. You know,
And
so I
with
am learning that.
with me, it's totally different because it takes a lot for me to say I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. I sit there and say, hey, I'm wrong. But to say I'm sorry, because my thing is so many people that use them words that don't mean it. They don't really mean that they sorry for doing something. So that's why if I sit there and say I'm sorry, that means I really cold-heartedly meant that. And I'm serious, I meant that. Because if I don't say it, that means I feel like I wasn't wrong. I feel like the way it might have came across, I apologize for that. Because of how you took it, that's not how the way I was trying to. No, that's putting it in. I just thought about what I just did. Okay, I understand that now. I just look. I just had an aha moment because it's funny because my ex husband used to always sit there and tell me, I sit there and manipulate the words as try to turn it back on them. And I'm like, no, I don't. And I just realized when I'm sitting here
You just did it.
I just did it. I'm like, oh, okay. So, like I said, I just had an aha moment because I never realized that. And the only way I do sit there and say I'm sorry if I really mean it. But I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm sorry because of the way you took or what I said, because that's on you. So okay.
I
Yeah.
used to get in trouble because I have four brothers and three sisters. Eight. My mom and dad had 8 children. I'm number 8. So me and my sister above me would get into it. And me, like I said, I'm quick to punch people in the throat. I don't know why, but it's something with the throat. Me and her got into it. And my parents said, tell her you sorry. I said, nah, I don't mean it. And I said, I can't stand you. And they said, what would Jesus do? He said, I had to love her. He didn't say I had to like her. So I would get in trouble all the time because I said, no, I'm not saying I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing wrong. But by looking back, I say I apologize, knowing deep down inside I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But they keep telling me you go in peace and you return to peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's hard to swallow.
And that's why I was saying, for me, it would definitely, to sit there and say I'm sorry. That's just like if I hate to use you, but if me and First Love got in an argument and stuff, and I feel like I'm wrong, I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm sorry. I'm one of the ones that'll still be like, all right, you going with me to the store. Look, I ain't gonna say it. Look, we arguing, it was old wolf, da 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 da. But if I feel like I'm not wrong, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. If I was wrong in the situation, I will apologize without using sorry. I don't know why. I just don't feel like sorry is sincere to me. And I don't know why.
Apology is really from your heart. When you apologize, because technically if you say sorry, technically you ain't sorry for shit.
Yeah.
So when you technically say I do apologize,
Yeah.
you know, that is very sincere. Because a lot of people, like you said, say sorry, it don't mean nothing. They just saying it to shut you up.
Yeah.
Like, don't say you sorry because you ain't sorry for shit.
Exactly.
You know? But also when a person says I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, that's how you know they was in a domestic altercation. They was from a domestic violence. They was in an abusive relationship, whether their parents or not. And they always in that victim because they was always told you always doing something wrong. So when a person's constantly apologizing, especially like if you say no, it's 2 and 2 is 4, not 8. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd be like, please stop. You didn't know. That's also how you know they in that victim mentality when a person's always saying I'm sorry. I'm like, sorry for what? You didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I've been called out on that a lot. My partner, he hates when I say I'm sorry because he's like, for what? You didn't do anything wrong. We disagree. It's, you know, it's okay to disagree, but I'm sorry, because I feel like my words can be offensive all the time. Like I'm always offending someone. And so that's why I apologize for almost everything I say. Like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. But when I say sorry, I get what y'all saying, though. Some people say sorry just to say it and don't really care. But my sorries is like, I'm really sorry because I obviously hurt you, and I don't want to be a hurt person that hurt people.
Yeah.
So I apologize by saying, I'm sorry. That was wrong. Like, I can pop my child today and I'm going to cry and say sorry because I popped him. But it's a whole nother subject. But I definitely agree.
She said, yes, Divine Legacy, I just need to be by myself. I just need to get through it and be okay. Emerson also said, growth and hitting rock bottom and always making sure I got myself up. My will and motivation got me to have the strength and the OFC.
Of course.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yes, OFC means of course.
Oh, strength.
And of course, the divine and my ancestors.
And my ancestors had to be strong. And then he also said, oh my God, I said sorry all the time and I still do. Sadora also said, I always apologize, and oh my God, my daughter does it too. Mia said, I think my strength is my humanity. My impact, I'm sorry. My impact for others and my ability to adapt to and just keep going. Like no matter what, I always keep going. Yes, Mia. Yes. And Emerson also said, saying sorry doesn't mean you're sorry, but holding yourself accountable is better, especially if they were in the wrong. Apologize and show you consider that person feeling and feelings if you hurt them. Yeah, that's why I apologize. I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm sorry.
Yeah, and some people they know they did you wrong. I mean, know it.
Yeah,
and really feeling guilty inside because of their pride and ego. They will not say they did it wrong.
Yeah, that because to me that's just like somebody come in my house and steal, and then they come back and be like, I'm sorry. You know, they might have a drug habit or whatever. They be like, I'm sorry. But here's the thing is you gonna let them back in your house to steal some more? You know, so it's like I just can't get with that word sorry. I'm not a person that says sorry. And once you sit there and tell me sorry, I'm automatically looking at you sideways.
Does the cow emoji mean BS? That's bullshit, or I'm not getting that. What does that mean, Dakota? I'm not understanding.
We're a little older. We don't know all these.
Does that mean bullshit? I'm just saying. I don't know.
It doesn't look like a bull, but I mean, it is a cow with horns, so it might mean
I don't
some
know what
BS.
that means.
But then if it was bull, if it was bull, it might have like the poop emoji too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello. See,
I don't know. First love, what it mean?
I have no idea. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a goat at first. I had to get closer to the screen.
Oh.
So Dakota, please tell us what do that cow emojis, how powers.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I'll tell you, I got to be strong. Yeah, please tell us what that means because we're a little young, older. So we not. I know. For instance, me, I don't know what the emotion is. What? I can shout out ASL mean as hell. Oh, that's what
I know that.
ASL.
Oh, dang! I didn't know that either. Wow.
I didn't know that neither. So I ain't gonna lie. When y'all be abbreviating shit, I be hey.
Okay, so these different colored hearts, do they mean something?
I think they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Different color hearts mean different things.
Okay, people be saying type of hearts. I'm like, okay, I don't know. So.
Like yellow hearts mean, well, for me, yellow hearts mean like friendship, a friendship type of love. I'm not gonna see you a red heart to a, you know.
She thought it was American Sign Language.
Yeah, that's what I thought ASL was, American Sign Language.
Love.
Yellow heart mean what again? I'm sorry.
That's friendship.
I look at yellow heart as friendship. I do it by like the roses. You know, each rose has a different color, and each rose color has a different meaning. So yellow usually means friendship.
Okay, and what's green?
I don't know. I don't really see a lot of green hearts.
I do. That's why I'm like, what's up with the green? I see purple. I see green. You know, and I'm like, what's going on? Blue.
So what y'all think about these emojis? Look, we done got off track with we on the emojis now because that's something to talk about. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know them.
I know someone could be insulting me, and I'm up and saying, "Okay, I'm laughing. I don't know what you mean."
Any type of heart you get is not.
Meet me outside. I'm about to jump you, and I'm like, "Okay."
It's a kick down the roof.
So, I do know the different color hearts.
They for pride. Oh, I'm into hot dogs. I'm not into tacos.
But I thought it only mean pride is when you send them all together, as if like, you know, I don't know. Don't get me
unity.
Wrong.
All the hearts together always make unity to me. So you got each color heart, and it means unity because, you know, that's
people be sending me the green ones, the blue ones, the purple ones. You know.
I thought blue heart means baby boys because that's when I see it a lot when people say, "Oh, baby boy," they always have like a blue heart and whatnot. Purple heart.
I'm not a boy. I was a girl. Damon, I was a girl.
And she said, I the ones with the rainbow ones, and L's mean as hell.
I never knew that.
Where's the hell coming in that? The L.
As hell.
I know that.
It don't even make sense to me. Like, I mean,
I read the ASL mean ask the Lord.
I know that's right. Look, we gonna make it say we gonna make it say what we want to say. That's why I don't do a lot of emojis because I really do not know what the fuck
Right.
they
So when I
mean.
get like 60, 70, 80, they really gonna be messing me up.
Man, who you talking? That's why I don't really do it because I really do not. I don't know. I don't know. Mia said I like the pink and purple hearts together. I didn't know they meant something.
Yeah, those
It's,
different color hearts mean something.
Is Dakota still on? I want to know what the cows stand for. Do anybody on here know what the cows emoji stand for? If you
I
put
would just go with what they said because in they context clues, maybe it meant power, being strong, struggling
Mia
through.
said she was on Twitter and she's like, dang, everybody learned sign language in 2020.
I know that's right. Like, oh my God.
I don't know where Dakota's at. I want to know what that is so I can use it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
This topic went funny real quick. Yes.
Oh, the Emerson saying the blue one, you is a goddess, not a boy. Oh, that what that mean? See,
No,
this
she said
topic
you
was funny
is a
real.
goddess, not a boy.
Oh.
Put your glasses on.
I ain't even eat no edible or nothing. Like,
oh my God. Okay, this going there.
Rainy, really? I didn't know that.
I took some edibles and I'm up there watching TV.
Yeah, I know AF means as fuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said what?
Huh?
Oh, AF. Okay, yeah, I do know that what Emerson put AF as fuck. Yeah, I do know that one. I do know that what that mean.
I want to know what the cow means.
Or like that. What's that one that be like GTFOH?
Get the F out of here.
Yeah. I do know what that mean and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a couple of times I had to read messages. I don't know how many times just to get the point. Cause I don't want to be like, huh? Because I'm quick to be like, huh?
You know, there'll be a dictionary, but I'm pretty sure there is an emoji dictionary.
They need one.
Be a dictionary because I'm a test tube baby on this. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, they need one.
I think that's where a disconnect comes in a lot because emojis can mean so many different things for so many people.
Yeah, like typing in caps mean you being yelling. You know, with people, why are you yelling at me? I understand that, but these emojis, I don't want to get somebody an emoji and the next thing you know, and I'm getting sued for sexual harassment. I'm like, I don't know what it meant.
And see, when I use caps, I'm using to emphasize a point, not more for yelling, but so you can see the main point of what I'm trying to come across.
I do it for both.
So that's where the new age talk. I'm saying new age, like I'm not part of the crowd.
Okay, so what did we ever figure out what the cows stand for?
No, Dakota just came on, gave some cows and left. I don't know what it means. That's why I said it boo.
You gotta go to Urban Dictionary. What does cow emoji mean?
I want to know.
Hold on, I use Urban Dictionary for everything.
Mia said she was old too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They say even though the meaning of the cow is not set in stone, it's usually interpreted as being positive and friendly.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. If somebody sent me a cow, I would have said, "Are you from Hindu?" I mean, you know,
and I'm like, "Is you trying to call me fat? What you saying?
What I'm full of caca."
Hell yeah.
That's what it says. So
she said, "No, we're not at the age where we pulling out Urban Dictionary to do that." Yo, you have to. Okay, so let me ask y'all this, because here lately, since I've been in my little funk, I done got addicted to. I want to say the Asian movies because I don't really know exactly what's the right name to call them.
They call Asians. You said it correctly.
So it is Asian, and the reason I'm trying to make sure I'm saying it right? Because I don't want to offend nobody, but I do also want to address that they didn't teach us how to not say black or white.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Asian.
Or
Even they consider the Hindu people from India Asian. So it is considered Asian. But I
okay.
love their movies. You get tired reading though. You be like this. You like, wait.
Man,
You
it be
know?
times I be sitting here because it's like my sleep pattern is all off. So it's like I be up 2-3 o'clock in the morning like this trying to read it and stuff, and then I turn my back like, man, I'm going to sleep. It's on Netflix. I can rewind it, but then I hear something, I'm back over looking at reading in half. But you know what I appreciate their movies is because for one thing, I can honestly sit there and say, them is some fine Asian young men they got playing.
I gotta watch Marco Polo. Those Mongolians,
Man,
Mongolians on Marco Polo. I was like, oh.
look,
wow.
I looked at Marco Polo, and I've been looking at a lot of these Asian movies, and I appreciate their movies because I appreciate the love story, and that's because us as human always want that fairy tale. No matter how much we sit there and say we good, we want that fairy tale. We want that partner to do things in a nice gesture, like the movies, them Asian movies doing. Because when I say I'm addicted to them, and they all love story, and I be rooting for them,
There's
and
no sex in
everything
it.
is no
It's about romancing, dating. It's not like American movies.
Yeah, like you, man, them Asian movies, yo, I'm telling you, you better not sit close to them and try to touch them. they go there, they'll karate chop you. They seem like they are very, very big on that, and I appreciate because the kids can look at it. You know, it's like anybody can look at it. It's not a lot of it's not a lot of same sex or none of that. It's just pure love stories. And I really do think the United States need to get on that.
Because it's nothing but calling women, degrading women,
yeah,
sex and stuff like that. And you don't see that. Mia said, yeah, she's been into African and Asian lately. They really, really know a lot about us. RHM said Mexican soap operas, those are toxic as F.
Yes, it is.
But only thing about African movies, I be watching it. Oh, you're gonna give me a heart attack. They too dramatic, and then they take forever to die. I'm like, dude, die already.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what? Oh my goodness, this is nonsense. I was like, they just a little bit far fetched. It's funny.
And I noticed that with the Asian movies, they is toxic as fuck. Cause let me tell y'all, as long as I'm upstairs in my room with my cigarettes and soda, I ain't even got to eat and be so into them. And I mean, like I've even looked at ones I done seen before. But what I wanted to say is that I appreciate the fact that they represent Colton. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean Colton, like they go out on dates and everything.
I didn't know what she meant.
Courtney. I said Colton, didn't it?
Colton. Yeah, that's what I said.
I was confused.
Okay. Y'all got me feeling like a test tube baby. Yeah. I'm like, what is that?
Colton, and I just appreciate that because
and they go out with their friends, they be triple dating or whatever. They go get their Chinese food and stuff, and it's like
I'm a big fan of the Korean dramas. I love Korean dramas. I have my favorites on Netflix. I have my own Netflix thing just for my Korean or foreign TV shows and movies because that's where I'm gonna watch it at. But I appreciate what you said. There's no sex scenes. Like there was actually a reaction where they took foreign East Asian country inhabitants. I'm gonna say it like that because I don't want to call them all Asians because Korean and Japanese don't want to be called Asian. But they took like a group of their like students, like high school students, and had them react to certain movies that we had over here in our culture, and they were baffled that like in the opening scene they were having sex in the shower.
What?
And it baffled them. Like their cheeks got red. These adorable reactions because they're not used to that on a screen, on a movie screen.
Yeah.
And being able to be widely viewed. And that's when I learned the biggest culture difference in America compared to foreign countries is that we have less conservative values when it comes to sexualizing the human anatomy. We have less cultural values, and that just reminded me of an argument that I've been having with a close friend of mine about the pride stuff being in the Target store in the kids section. They don't feel comfortable with it, but I'm like, it's not always about pushing agenda. It could be just like, say two lesbian mamas just want to put a happy pride thing on their child. It don't mean that they want their child to be part of pride. It just is showing like support as a family. And we've been getting into that argument back and forth because they feel like it's pushing the agenda. And I'm like, well, what you gonna do with the kids that's 8-year-old and who already feel like they're a woman or a girl and don't see themselves as a boy and hate the fact that they were born a boy? Like, it's Target way of showing them that, they are accepted. Is that still pushing agenda? The ones that's already made up their minds? But I'm not even gonna get into that argument because my heart starts racing because I guess I'm really passionate for it. I'm all for love is love, but love is between two consented adults, not that other type of stuff that's trying to come out there. You cannot be a 38-year-old man saying you identify as a 4-year-old girl. It's not gonna work for me.
See, and that's your passion. You just said your sole mission is to help people. So you're going to be helping a lot of people that needs help in that area.
I probably
it's time
should.
for you to step out in your closet, and that's the reason why you said it.
Yeah,
my heart is racing right now just because I'm like,
that's the passion you have. You take that very serious.
I do.
So you're going to be helping a lot of people in that area.
I definitely understand where first love come from, because I mean I won't never against gay pride or anything. I won't never against that because I have friends, I got family members and everything that's gay. So I won't never against it. What really pissed me off was what really made me start really showing support for them is when they was denying them for marriage. And I felt some type of way because you could be, say for instance, I'm gonna use you, Mama. Me and Mama is lovers. We've been lovers for over 20, 30 some years.
Harry and Larry.
God forbid if something happened to me that my family can come and take what we built and destroy it. I felt like, and it could be family members that you are estranged from, but they still have that power. And for me, that was totally wrong. That I totally disagree with that. So that's why I'm very, very passionate about it. Like the government feel like, I really do think sometimes they feel like they could just sit there and make rules and we got to just go with it, lay down and just go with it. That shit is not right. Some of that shit. And then they be like, it's the Bible and this and this and that. Let me tell you, man, gays and everything was way back when. Way back when. You know what I'm saying? Like BC and stuff. Like, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We want to, it's like one part, they sitting there telling us we need to unite and be love and we need to love everybody and everything. But then you putting a section talking about, oh no, but you can't love her like that. Or love him like that. But you just sit there and said we need to love everybody. Like, I don't fucking get it.
They contradict yourself a lot.
When I bring up that argument a lot, I tell people, well, since y'all don't like same-sex relationships, we might as well take it all the way back. Black and white don't need to be together. Why we crossing races? If y'all want to just, and that's where my passion. I'm about to get all overworked up on it, but it's because like I'm that firm believer that love and love. I'm a whole pansexual, and I didn't know what that mean until later on in life, like recently as an adult. And when I tell people that, they be like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, it just means that I don't care what you are. Like, I can sit right here and be in love with a woman that's transitioning into a man. I could be in love with a man that's transitioning into a woman. As long as you love me for me, I'm going to love you for you. And that's how I feel about it. It does not mean I'm going to, like, I have, bigots out there that it does not mean I'm going to go out here and marry a trick. No. Or
Yeah.
goat or a dog. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that human person in front of me, that is who I'm loving. I'm loving their soul, not their shell.
Yeah.
Exactly. But what I don't like is, like, someone made a comment. I don't condone you letting a 10-year-old decide he wants to cut his little hot dog off. I feel like they should wait till they are 18 years old.
They should wait till, and I hate to say it, I think they should wait until at least 25. And the reason I said 25 because you midway. Because we don't want to, because a lot, you don't know, is they going with it for the flow of things?
A trend, yep.
Yeah, is it a trend for them? Or is, because see, once they cut that off, that's like,
That's it.
That's it.
And there's a lot of people wishing they never done it.
Yeah. And I agree with y'all, but I guess I'm more of that liberal thinker when it comes to that, because we also have 10-year-olds out here killing themselves because they have to live as a male. Or when they get 18 and when they get 25, it takes longer for that transition process because the hormones that they were born with is already set in stone in their body instead of being stopped at an early age. So I definitely agree. I feel like if a 10-year-old comes to you, that's a serious conversation, and you have to break it down for them to let them know that whatever decision they're trying to make right now, it's something they're going to have to live with. It's something that they're going to have to understand, but you don't want to like prevent them from trying to do that.
Because
are you sure this is what you want to do and it's not?
Yeah, show them all the steps. Show them what that surgery means. Show them, educate them. Not belittle what they want because they're just a child. You have to educate. I'm very passionate about it because I'm that type of parent that I want to be supportive. But no man, my partner, no male want to see their son be a homosexual. Especially, I feel like in the African American community, it's very hard and tough for African Americans to do anything, actually, to just love openly. And so I'm one of those people that I'm gonna fight for mine, and I'm not asking questions. He can do whatever he wants as long as he understands the consequences of his decision. And that's where as a parent, I have to come in and educate. I have to educate you on the pros and cons. That's like if I wanted to be a lesbian at 10 years old or 14 years old, the pros and cons, the experience, the backlash, the discrimination. I will teach you all of that. I will warn you that is what's to come. And if that's the lifestyle that you're choosing, then that's what you have to fight for. You have to fight for what you want. You can't give up because you have kids out here that can't express themselves. And it's sad to say that we have a lot of middle schoolers committing suicide. And that's one thing that hurts me the most because I was that kid that I think by the time I hit 9th grade, I was attempting suicide like it was no tomorrow. I attempted suicide so much that people don't even know about that. If I talk about it, they be like, what? They would never know it because I did it in the privacy of my own, life or whatnot. So I think that's why I'm so passionate about people just being able to be themselves, and why I'm so passionate of wanting to be free. Because I've recently found out that I was living not for myself, but for everyone around me, because I want to keep them happy. Because, if that person loses you, they're going to be sad and that's going to make you feel bad. But that doesn't really motivate you each day to wake up and do what you got to do for yourself.
Yeah.
It's easy to check out. It's easy to seclude yourself, to isolate yourself. It is more harder to actually look in the mirror, like you told me, holding me accountable, look in that mirror and face the truth. I have to face that truth that even though 1,000 people could tell me beautiful when I look in the mirror, that ain't what I'm seeing. But I have to face that truth. You have to face it. We have to give these kids the opportunity to face their truth before we constrict them, confine them. I mean, the prisons are already doing that enough for us. Like there are society as a whole is all to me is a prison. And I'm sorry if I'm like going way off there. It's just when I talk about the world and today, I just hate it. I want to move to Canada or Maine and just be secluded somewhere and be peaceful. Like quiet, live in my own
But
island.
each country still has their own problems, but there's nothing wrong with voicing your passion. Once again, that's you're telling what your job is, your sole mission. But as far as like my daughter, my middle daughter was a lesbian. I knew it, but I didn't say nothing because I don't judge. I accepted her. I kept saying I saw it at a young age, but I said, nah, she's just a tomboy. I was a tomboy. But as she got into high school, I started seeing it. I still didn't say anything. I loved her, treated her the same. So when I was in a coma and I was out, I had a trait. Boy, my kids was talking my head off because this is where I learned to listen. Because I couldn't talk. And that's when she came out. But that's just when I could type. And I told her, give me your phone. And I said, I knew you was this way. But it wasn't my story to tell. I was waiting on you. And I said, I don't judge you. I still love you as my daughter. I might not condone it, but I don't disown you about it.
Yeah.
So she started crying because I already knew, you know. Mm-hmm. So a lot of parents need to understand that that's still your child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them want to commit suicide because the parents disown them. They feel all alone. They already hurting because they can't understand why I'm a woman with a man trapped inside of me. Mm-hmm. No one has ever sat down and told them because in a past life he was a man.
Yeah.
But you came back as a punishment as a woman. That's why you like the things you do. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And stuff because I really do. I cold-heartedly feel like if you gay and you know you gay from a young age, man, that's so it's your soul. Your soul was the opposite sex for so long, and then to come back as another sex, they don't know how to handle that. All they know is what they know. Mm-hmm. You know, so and I just learning that and stuff. I'm learning a lot of it. I know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta say this. I'm not a Southerner, but I used to work with a lady that was a Southerner, and she told me, I think she was from Mississippi. When a Southerner say "bless your heart," that's another word like "fuck you, fuck off." So when I see "bless your heart," Emerson, I don't know how to take that. I'm like, every time I see somebody, "Oh, bless your heart." They tell me that's just being nice what they really want to say.
Yeah, when definitely when you sit there and say bless your heart, that's like saying, man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Or when they talking about the kids and babies, they were like, oh, bless their heart. You know, they think something wrong with that kid.
So when you said that, I'm like, I don't know how to take that.
Oh, Lord.
And someone asked you where you from, Divine Legacy, because you use a Southern lingo.
Believe it or not, and Virginia is not that Southern. Virginia is not that Southern to me. It's just I always have had a speech problem. Man, I took speech classes all the way up into middle school and stuff. I always had a speech problem. So a lot of sounds and S's and T's and shit, they get tricked up in my mouth.
Didn't that also mean, like you said this morning about your soul, that speech is not really a problem? It could just maybe you from the bayou. Maybe that soul from the bayou.
Hey, could be.
You know, them Cajun and bayou people, they have their own dialect.
Yeah, but bless your heart, that really sticks to me now, man. When she said that, I'm like, wait a minute. RHM says she had a situation. No, she said, I mean no disrespect, but how can we? Dang, it's moving too fast. The comments are really coming in. She want to know, snap, crackle, pop.
But
We
how
got-
do we
How
know?
they influenced by other source?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I want to answer that.
Is the
Can't
kids?
answer.
If how would you know if the kids ain't being disrespected? Is that what you mean? I'm not
She
understanding.
want to know, how do you know if your 10-year-old is not being influenced by an outside source? If your 10-year-old come and say, "Hey, mom, I'm gay," but how do you know that they're gay and not just being influenced by their peers or by what they see on TV?
I'm gonna be honest. A parent know
I
if they
knew.
child gay when they little. You could tell. You can. It's certain things you can tell if they go be gay or not. To me, I think it's some telltale sign.
RHM, I think that's where education comes in at. That's when you, as a parent, you actually have to sit down and get in. Don't be afraid to get in the mind of your child. That's where instead of just assuming, oh, you're being influenced, or like my grandma used to say, y'all just going through a phase, and that phase lasted a long time because there's still some people in my family that feel like them
I
some
just
ladies.
knew. I just knew. I just had this gut feeling. And then when she told me, I'm like, I already knew. I was waiting on you. You know,
And-
so it's like I already knew my daughter.
And to be honest, let me tell y'all my train of thought. And I could be wrong. But I gotta this my train of thought. Let me tell you, if you just getting out of jail and you done did 15 years, 20 years, 10 years, and then you come out here and go right back in jail and do another 10, 15 years, come out and then go right back in there. To me, you can't be who you want to be out on the street, but you can be who you want to be in prison. Because a lot of people in prison don't know you. Because I really do feel like ain't no sane motherfucker go sit there and keep on going in and out of jail.
I have to agree and disagree with you because I was that type of kid that I love the mental hospital. Every time I could get suicide and I had to go to the mental hospital, they listened to me in there. They provided for me in there. I got stuff that I couldn't get at home. I don't know if, like, you know what I mean? Like, someone talked to me in there. I was able to express my emotions in there. I think when people come out of jail and like you said, they've been in there for 15 years and they come out and you got cars that got Bluetooth and phones that talk to you, it's overwhelming for them. And so systematically they want to go to what they know. Just like as elders, you stick to what you know. You know, sometimes you could be stubborn because what you know feels right. And I think sometimes they just need the better support system when they get out. Some of them don't have that support system to adapt into this new world. Like 15 years inside and you come out and it's a whole lot of difference. 30 years inside, you come out and the world look like it done went straight to the future to you.
Yeah.
So I agree, and I can agree and disagree with that. Yeah, on the inside, it could be maybe it's easy to get free. It's free meals. It's free meals. I ain't got to worry about having a place to sleep because I got my little 4 walls. I got my bed. So it could be stuff like that too.
Emerson she said there is no such thing. Either you're gay or you're not. I'm a strong believer in that. If sexuality was a choice, a lot of us lesbian wouldn't choose to be gay. And then we wouldn't go through violence too. And also said she said I saw my friend get stabbed for being trans years ago. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like that shit is not fucking cool. That's not cool for people losing their life for being who they are. I don't promote violence of no kind. I think.
I feel like if you are trans, this is my feeling. You should tell that person before it gets any further and let that person decide if they want to continue or not. Sometimes I think the violence I said sometimes I think the violence come in because they let it get so deep and then all of a sudden they come out with it. So I feel like you should put that flat on the table first.
Yeah, especially if a trans is on a dating website or anything like that, because I can honestly sit there and say some of these trans, male and female, look like what
The
they
real
trying to
deal.
achieve.
Yeah, you would never
I
know.
mean, don't get me wrong, some of them is gorgeous because I have seen um a female look like a man, and I had to be like, damn, the motherfucker looking
I used to
good.
say,
Yeah,
damn, in my head.
They looking
It had
good.
me thinking that too. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
damn, you know, but
okay.
It's crazy y'all say that. Me and my partner have been talking about this a lot lately. He's a very open minded guy. He's not a closed minded guy, whatnot, but he feels like, if you're a woman or a man becoming a woman, you look like a woman, and that other person can't really tell that you are a man, and he feel like it should come out on that first date. And I feel like, well, it could be hard because to me, we're programmed to judge people too quickly.
Well,
We're
then that's how you
programmed.
know that person's character. It's like it's
Mhm.
preventing you from pushing up daisies or something hurting you. So I feel like that should be the first thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I really like you, but something I need to get off my chest.
yeah, that
Um,
I would definitely say that's a controversial subject right there because I see it both ways. You
Yeah,
know,
me
I
too. That's how it's
definitely
like.
would want to know on the first date, but
I don't
then
know. I'm different. I would want to know. I would
yeah,
tell
that's what I'm
them.
saying. I would want to know on the first date, but then when you sit there and you think about it, if you had a great first date, because I ain't gonna lie, that's just like if I meet somebody online and come to find out woman, but they looking like a man. I enjoy talking to them. We go on a date. I still don't realize that they a woman and everything. And we go on a date and we talking, and then they tell me, I will feel betrayal because you didn't give me a chance. You should have told me before I adapted these feelings or discomfort with you. You know, so it's like but then you appreciate the conversation and it's one of them things like that's a hard I can't call that. I can't call it.
Okay, there's a conspiracy out there. I want y'all idea on it, even in the audience. That normally, if a male child is raised by a single mother and there's no father figure in the house, he has a greater chance of being gay. How do y'all feel about that? This has been thrown up in my face a lot.
Say that again.
When I was working in the hospital area in the conference room, this person would say that comes from being raised by a single mother. That's why men are gay, being raised by single mothers. So I want to know, I used to say, no, that doesn't, because there's some strong men raised by strong women. But I just want to know I had this thrown in my face a lot.
I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. And the reason I don't believe that. Now, don't get me wrong. A woman can't teach a boy had to be a man. But when you think about it, some men can't teach a boy how to be a man because some of them is not men and some of them don't know how to be a man, and then it comes to the quality of what is a man that society ain't put on it. What is a man? What
Mhm.
is a man? What really is a man? Do any of us really know what is a man consist of?
Besides multiplying the earth,
Besides multiplying the earth, what is a man?
I don't know.
Yeah, you said
I don't, honestly, I don't know.
yeah,
Because, honestly, I don't know.
and I really do think if I had sons, I would because I wouldn't know how to teach them how to be a man because I don't know how to be a man because I ain't no man. But I would teach them how to treat. I would show them how I would want to be treated, and that's how I would raise them. How I would want to be treated with the respect, with the kern, with the chivalry as they call it. The chivalry is gone, and I would want to teach my sons that.
I completely agree with you. Probably as a mother of son, I'm not a single mother of son, but if I was a single mom of a son, I don't think me raising my son by himself would make him gay or turn out to be gay. No, because sometimes I feel like it's not about raising your kids like single mamas. there's a lot of single moms out there that raise their sons to be providers. It's not about being a man, it's about being a provider for yourself and for your family in the future or whatnot. Now, do I think some single moms baby their sons a little too much? Yes.
I do
Yeah.
think that, yes.
I am
But
guilty of that because I have 3 girls and a boy, and my twins were girl boys. So yeah, but he is not a mama's boy though. So because
Yeah.
I wanted all boys, I didn't want no girls. I don't
mhm.
know if they didn't get the memo, but I got one boy. So
Well,
yeah, but he's
So,
not a mama's boy though.
and see, I
yeah.
ended up with 2 girls, and I wanted my oldest to be a girl, but I want my youngest to be a boy. I want a girl boy. I'm done. I ain't gonna lie. Once I found out that my second was a girl, oh, I got my tubes tied because, and I got my tubes tied. Let me tell y'all, because I didn't want to be like my mama. I felt like I was gonna be like my mama with girls. My mama had it's fat. I got
And them girls gave me hell. My boy was the only good one. Them girls gave me hell. That's why I said, y'all didn't get the memo. It was like
So I would definitely but I really don't think being a single mother, your child will be gay. No. At the end of the day, it's already written in stone what your child will be. All you can do is love them. And see, and that's another thing, because I do feel like God gave you this child to love, to nurture, to make it grow. But if they can't turn out what you don't want them to be, then you discard them. I feel like that's crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. At times I did want to discard my kids because they got on my goddamn nerves.
that's
But
why I said I love them to death. I wouldn't say them in. But them girls, boy, them girls, they were something else. And I'm like, I said, Lord, I did ask for boys. And then my mother said, well, your husband wants to determine the sex of the child. I was mad at him ever since.
There's a saying that I found out when I was pregnant with my first when I was pregnant with my son. It was a saying that said God gives you boys first so you can experience true love. If God give you a girl first, is basically to teach you to become more mature, to grow up as a woman.
Well, damn, I guess I
You have
flunked
to-
and I have 3. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I don't know. I don't know if that saying has merit, but before I even knew the sex of my son, people were saying that I had matured. Like during my pregnancy, there was somebody that I was supposed to lay hands on. It was supposed to be an on-site type of person, but I got pregnant and I was just like, forget it. It was in high school. I'm gonna just let it go and keep it moving. Pregnancy matures you, but I feel like women with girls, I was raised in a household with just girls, and I'm the oldest, unfortunately. So I was the guinea pig on top of being the older sister.
no, you was
So I
the
had to
test
lead
tube,
by
baby.
example.
Mhm.
You was the test tube, baby.
I was the test tube baby. I was the guinea pig, and I feel like, yeah, I want to believe in that saying because I'm being the oldest and I'm the girl. I feel like there was a level that my mom had to reach to teach me to be a certain type of woman, not to be a woman with insecurities. Because I was raised by like the strongest woman I know. When I tell you this lady, she was overly aggressive, and that's how I learned to guard myself because my mom guarded herself
But look
and
how you
everything.
turned out, though.
I think I turned out pretty good. I'm more emotional than my mama, and she laugh about it because she don't know where my emotions come from, and she be laughing about it all the time. She's like, "You were so emotional," and I just don't get it or whatnot. But I also know how to be the strength that she showed me as well. My mom, she don't know how much of an inspiration she is to me, and it's something that I guess I never showed her because we had our mama daughter moments where I was an ungrateful bitch to her in the moment. But I've learned now as an adult that those are moments. And having a conversation with my mama now, me and her would talk about, my childhood, my upbringing, and going back to that saying I'm sorry thing. When my mama told me that she was sorry, I thought hell done froze over type of situation. I had that mama. She was that, that bitch, not in a disrespectful way, but she handled hers as a single mom. Yeah, she had a partner at one point in time, but ain't nobody held down our family like my mama did, and like she still do to this
your
day.
mother is watching. I know she needed to hear that. And what you said, that made your mother feel like she was a good mom, that she did not fail you. So I hope your mom is watching. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you, Mom. I love you. You my soldier. I'm your soldier. I got your back. And like being raised by a single mom, I don't think that affect men in any type of way. My partner was raised. He's the oldest of 6, and she's a single mom. And
with boys,
of 5 boys and 1 girl, and that girl is the youngest. My partner's youngest sibling is 18 years apart from him. And she was a single mom, and honestly, none of her sons are gay.
No, I said that was grown up. That was, that's not from me. But
I know, but that's why I was like, wait, hold on. If I think about it, and they always say that 1 out of 3 siblings is gay, but none of her kids are gay.
They say that about girl and boy twins. One of them gay, and both of my twins are straight.
And it's funny that we talking about the sex and everything, because when I heard that saying that if you have a girl, if a woman have and this go for women and male, if they have a female that first time, that means they need to grow up. And if they have a boy, that means they need to experience unconditional love. Because when you think about it, a boy will love their mama harder than a girl will love their mama. You know what I'm saying? A boy will go hard for his mama. He would give up his family for his mama if he's that type of boy. So if a female have a boy first, they that's because they needed that unconditional love to push them to love themselves. And stuff. And as far as the woman having a girl first, it's because she know that right now that girl is watching her. So by that girl is watching her, you don't want that girl to mimic shit that you have done. So which will make you mature more.
So they're getting goosebumps over here. That's all I've been reading. Ooh, I got goosebumps. Angel says she's the oldest of 7 girls and 1 boy. Mia says she knew the sex of her children, all of them, before they came. I seen they look exactly like I dreamed.
Yeah, and like I said, my mama had 5 girls. I'm number 2 of them 5. And
that's a lot of hormones. That's a lot of maxi pads. And that's a lot of attitude.
And when I sit there and tell you, that's why I didn't want no girls. I wanted 1 girl. I didn't want 2. Because for one thing, when you think about it, we already sometimes can be some irritating creatures when we on our cycle. Now, man, a house full of women.
That's why I said, poor your mama. I'm like, wow.
I talk to my mama now, like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how the hell you did it. And when I sit there, and when I tell you we some strong, headstrong, we very headstrong women and stuff, because we go toe to toe with ourselves. We still love each other, but we'll go toe to toe like, yo, we very headstrong. And we all crazy about my mama. We'll fight each other over our mama. Don't fuck with our mama. But it's just one of them things like that. I didn't want no fucking girls.
I didn't either. I wanted all boys, but
you get what you need.
Yeah, and that's what that's my next thing is you get what you need.
Get what you
need. And I didn't know how to comb hair. I learned.
I didn't believe it or not, my oldest, I didn't know how to braid hair. I learned how to braid hair when I was pregnant with my second and stuff. I learned how to braid hair. Once I learned how to braid hair, shit, I kept their hair in braids and beads.
Like my first one
Braids
was a
and beads.
girl. All my kids was bald headed though, but so when they started getting hair, I was like, I don't know how to comb hair. You know what I'm saying? But I learned.
And I also believe that's saying when they sit there and say your kids gonna be 10 times worse than you.
Oh, that's the truth. My
That
mama
was-
used to say, I hope you have a daughter just like you.
Man, if they ain't
Oh, that's why I had
man, when I tell you that got to be the truest damn statement on earth.
See,
So what I'm hearing is I need to
answered my
go and
mother's
tie my
prayer.
shoes right now because y'all telling me 10 times worse and I got a boy. I might as well go get tied.
Yeah, 10 times worse. Now I know now in my mind, I'm sitting there like I wasn't that bad. I didn't think I was that bad. It was my mouth more. My mouth got me in a lot of trouble. So I didn't think I was that bad. But until I hear my daughters, man, I be wanting to karate chop their ass all the time. I ain't
No,
gonna
1-800 choke that hoe.
man, that mouth, I swear.
Angel said, Angel said, my mom's been gone for 23 years, so maybe I long for guidance. You're not alone, Angel. You have us. We're not your mama, but we're here for you, and we're family. We support one another. And my mother's been gone 23 years as well. So I'm right up the boat with you. So this is our family. Like I said, a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
So we are here for you.
And stuff. Yeah. Best believe any questions and stuff, we'll try to guide you to the best of our ability. And with Matt, the way I guide is what I done been through. So I understand the situation. You know, so you might have a chance to look at it a whole different situation. Goddess of Peace 41 said, I wanted a boy spirit. I wanted a boy. Spirit gave me a boy. My second child asked for a girl. Spirit gave me a girl. My third, I told the guy I would give him his first son. I did. Whatever I asked for, sources gave me. I'm glad they did you.
Yeah, like I said, God heard my mama's prayer. He heard me.
When I was pregnant with my son, everybody like, oh, you're gonna have a girl, because I'm always telling other people that they pregnant with girls when they don't want girls, but it's just because I felt it. Like, I'm like, you're having a girl, and they be like, I hope you have girls, because you always talking about somebody gonna have a girl. They got girls, but I got my boy, because I knew when I looked at that test and it said them two little lines, I was like, oh Lordy, I got a whole son coming. That was my boy. I knew he was my boy before he was born. I don't know. I want 3 boys. My dream is to be the mom of 3 boys. But you know, hearing y'all talking about y'all ended up with girls, I'm like, maybe I should just go and get tied. Maybe that's a sign to go and get tied. Because I don't want no girls, but I don't want no girls for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
And that's what
just because you said that you're gonna have a girl.
But I also, it's funny though, because like I said, my mama had 5 girls. I don't know how many grandkids she got, which with the grandkids is dominant, is even with her grandkids, but with her great grand, the girls rule. My mama only have 2 great grandsons. The rest of them, she got 2 great grandsons and 3 great granddaughters.
Wow.
So I can honestly sit there and say the girls are still ruling. But I noticed that a lot of people is when they have like 4, like my sister had 4 boys, and her last one was her girl. Her last one. So it's like one of them things, like I was thinking like, shit, should I kept on trying for my boy? But then them motherfucker cost. I couldn't afford them. That's another thing too. I could not afford them. Go ahead and shut it down. I ain't having no more. I can't afford them.
Nah, having them twins, like I said, natural. I have postpartum. They said you want to see them. I said no. And I was like, I said I'm done. take it out, lay it to the side, sell it if you want it. I kept saying, I'm telling you, I had them twins natural, man.
Was they
That was so hurtful and painful.
Was your twins your first?
No, my twins were my last.
Oh, okay. So you had already had two, and then you had a set of twins.
I had two girls. Yeah, buy one, get one free. So I got my boy for free, but I had a midwife talking me into that. You know, Aries, yeah, I'll do it. Shh.
Yeah.
I hear him say, nah, man, see, I can sell it to whoever need my ovaries. I'm done.
And see, I know with my oldest, you know, when you have a girl, you always have this ideal girl. Because I expect my daughter to be an angel and, and this and this and that. We gonna be good friends and this and this and that. Don't get me wrong, we friends, but she was hell. She should have been a boy. I ain't gonna lie. She should have been a boy that time. Lord have mercy, but I wouldn't change him. I wouldn't change him. And stuff. And now I just sit there and shake my head at him like,
Told you my girls was my problem. I was like, why? How come I couldn't have our boy? My boy, I mean, if he did do anything, it was behind my back. But every time I get called to school, it's my daughter. And then one time the twin girl got in trouble. I said, what about her twin brother? She got a twin? Because they didn't know, because I was always getting called up for her.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to be a heart attack. You're going to make me have a heart attack. I said, I'm going to lose my job. We're going to be homeless. I said, why you keep doing this? I was like, Lord. I said, it's not that bad.
And it's funny because when they was in school, I had one straight A. My oldest, straight A. Honor roll. My youngest, man, I was called up to that goddamn school, seemed like every day. Me and her daddy had to take turns.
I didn't like the way the teacher was looking at me. Ignore it. Well, he said it first. I didn't teach you like this. I'm up there listening. I'm like, I did not raise her like this.
And I raised my daughters to speak their mind, which I get that thrown in my face a lot. I raised them to speak their mind, but I also be trying to tell them it's a way and a tone that you can speak your mind. Because if you come out disrespectful to an adult, we automatically ain't gonna listen because we looking at you as a child. So we automatically is not gonna listen to what you saying because of the tone that you carrying it. So I'm trying to be more relaxed with my tone and stuff. I'm definitely trying to be more relaxed with my tone.
No, my daughter flashed somebody on a field trip on the bus. No, this is stuff you see on TV. My twin girl did. Then someone dared her to pull down the fire alarm thing. She did it, and I was like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? She said, well, it was funny when it happened. I'm like, really?
Man. I feel like an angel. I stayed to myself. My mom only told me the worst thing I ever did was I was 2 years old and I flooded the apartment. That's basically the worst thing she could ever list when she talking about how I grew up. So every time they be like, oh, you're going to have the kids 10 times worse. I'm like, oh, yeah, just don't leave him with water. I'll be fine. I feel like that's the worst thing I did. But my grandma used to say I had a mouth on me. And one time my mom was hospitalized for stress. They was doing stress tests on her heart. And my grandma told me it was my fault. Because I think at that time I ran away. I forgot why I ran away. I ran away because I felt like my mama was choosing a man over me. And that's why I ran away. But yeah, I don't think I was that bad though. I mean, running away, but I went to my stepsister's house. So that's not really running away. But I remember what my mama said when I walked out that door, that $300 coat that I was wearing was hers. And so I had to take it off and go how I was dressed.
And see, that's another thing too, because if I feel like they sitting there trying to run away and all this and this and that, go ahead, but you ain't taking shit I bought because I bought all this.
Angel, your daughter don't hate you. She just you. So when y'all clash, that means that's part of you that you got to work on. You did ask for a daughter to be just like you, and you got her. Yeah. So she don't hate you though. She's just very headstrong, and don't mind voicing her opinion. And Angel, you don't have a problem voicing your opinion either. So yeah. Darius says she has a twin brother. That's interesting.
But Phil, they picked him up, and I'm always the
underscore.
Always the last minute born.
I can understand that. I feel like some in our culture and society, as in general, the society in general, they put boys on pedestals. They, as mothers, I feel like boys on pedestals. I feel like I'm leaning down that route, and I got to correct myself before I, let it get bad. But I do feel like they put sons on pedestals because I don't know why. I don't know why society does it. I don't know
It's because
why.
of the beginning of time. A woman was nothing but a vessel to produce. Because back in the day, the woman was the caregiver. We didn't have an opinion, so that's what it is. So you have to get out of that stereotype. But
Yeah.
if you look at it, the woman is the backbone. The woman is the strongest. Okay, because trust me, a man when they get they act like the end of the world. They dying. They don't know how it feels to give birth. They couldn't even survive that. So a woman is technically the backbone, the strongest, but it's what society's done in the beginning because of the role the woman made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I don't want girls, because I feel like the way society has made me seen even myself as a female. I don't want girls because she gonna be complicated. I'm not gonna like her. I'm not gonna love her as much as I love my son because I'm in love with my son. I feel like if I had a daughter, I would neglect her, and that scares me. As a mother, I feel like
that.
I don't see that neither.
That's one of my biggest fears because I feel like because I'm so used to being in that society and that culture that raised these boys up that I'm not going to give her a chance. But then I'm also a feminist, and I feel like whatever opportunities a boy have, a girl should be able to have. And so it's just like I'm like on the fence. I don't know. I'm afraid of what type of mother I will be to my girl because I want her to be when she gets to be my age, I want her to have more confidence than I do now. Like everybody's telling me that, oh girl, when you was younger, you was confident. I don't know where it went downhill at for you. People say that to me a lot. And I'm like, well, I don't know either. Y'all was the ones raising me. Y'all didn't see that change, that flip or something.
I know Emerson that buy one get one free. That Joan is funny. It's tough. I ain't never think about it like that. Buy one get one free.
So I would get what I give. My favorite saying is we always reap what we sow. Yep, whether good or bad. That's what Angel said.
Okay, we got 4 more minutes, guys, because it's 8:30, and I don't want to keep you long. But you got anything you want to say first, love?
This has been very exhilarating for me, and I'm grateful to everybody in the chat and Miss Black Cabana and Miss Divine Legacy for having me. This is definitely 100% out of my comfort zone, and it has been exhilarating, and it honestly just sparked a passion in me. So I've like talking with you all today. I'm grateful for, and I hope that maybe I was able to spark some passions with you all today.
You did. You taught me some things. You opened up.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for I don't know, my right now my heart is racing because I feel so exhilarated, so empowered, and I'm probably picking it up from somebody, but I'm grateful for all of y'all, especially the chat being so active, and it's been an eye opener for myself, and I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and see how I want to look at myself going forward. Yeah, it's been exhilarating. I feel like I see myself in a different light. I learned some things like, I don't think about how the negative thoughts that I feel for myself, how can that impact my child? But you brought it up today and I'm like, I got to do better. I got to stay in a positive mindset so the people around me can be positive. And so this conversation has been divine. It has been divine and exhilarating. And I guess if I leave anything with y'all today, it's something that's been on my mind since we started the live. It's the serenity prayer. And it's God grant me the ability to change the things that grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So
Yes.
if I had to leave y'all with that, I that would be my closing statement. That serenity prayer, and I just hope that y'all can take it with anything that y'all got going on, because it's something that I live by, and it is something that has empowered me to cut off family, love people from a distance, because it's an eye opener. So I hope y'all take that prayer today, and you know, one step at a time.
And I want everybody to know that y'all are a blessing. You know, y'all blesses different people in different ways. You were brought here for a reason. You were brought here to help someone. And as in this group, we are helping one another. Every morning, you should say, I am grateful for having life, because there are people that did not get that chance. You know, so always say loving things to you. You have to plant that seed in you, because you are a blessing. You are a blessing to me. You are a blessing to everyone else. I don't want you to think that you are a waste, because you're not.
And what I want to say to everybody is keep pushing, no matter what. No matter what society don't gave you, no matter what the universe don't gave you. Just keep pushing. Stay positive. I always sit there and say, it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. We just gotta, sometimes some of us have to crawl through that tunnel, and some of us can run through that tunnel to get to the other side quicker. But just remember, it's still a light, and remember that you are that light at that end. So as you push, the more you push to get through what you need to get through, I want you to also know that you doing it for yourself. That light that you looking for at the end of the tunnel it was always your light that was shining in the tunnel. So I just definitely want y'all to take that and remember that always. And I also want to touch bases with our shit retreat. Damn. I mean, I said I went black. I said I went black. What color am I?
Well, you identify as green.
I know. I said this. I went black. Want to talk about our spiritual retreat that's happening June the 23rd through the 25th. It's gonna be some healing, because some of us is here, but sometimes we have stuff that brings up and put us back in that space. So the retreat is definitely for healing. Reiki is the retreat is a community to show that you have somebody to lean on when you think you don't have nobody, to show you that you're not alone. It's other people going through it too. And it take one person to heal one person, to heal one person, to heal one person. And that's what we trying to start. We trying to start from one person with me and Black Cubano. We trying to heal. So therefore, if we can heal y'all can heal somebody else. And we keep that love going.
And y'all could be the one that can heal me.
Yeah.
I still got healing that I'm going through. It's just that I'm just more advanced than y'all. But each one teach one. And congratulations, Angel, for being 30 months sober.
Yes.
That is a lot. Applause go to you.
Yes.
Good job. Don't stop.
Yes.
You are very strong. That will be an inspiration to so many people, Angel.
Yes. Exactly. And the fact that, for you to be 30 months sober and clean, which means you put yourself first. You put yourself first. So at the end of the day, that's a blessing. That's a blessing by itself. Because to me, that telling me that you got out your funk and be like, I won't battle.
Yep, you
And
chose you.
I always sit there and say, when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. I was looking at one of the Korean movies last night, and he said a saying, and I found it. I loved it. And he said, "Look at that tiger hiding with that rabbit mask.
Ooh.
What do I, that meant something to me
It
because
was talking to you, Divine Legacy.
yeah, it said, look at that tiger wearing that rabbit mask, which means that tiger is strong, but having that mask on make people. To me, it made what it was saying to me is that even though that tiger is strong, by them wearing that rabbit mask, it make people not realize who they are.
Mm.
We need to take off this rabbit mask and become who we are, who we was meant to be.
Spirit was talking to you, Divine Legacy.
Yo, when I said that, I went to sleep with that saying in my head, like, cause it meant something. It spoke to me. That saying,
Don't hide who you truly are.
hide who you are, whether you good or bad. Here's the thing, and this is another thing. I know we about to get off, but I'm gonna say this one thing, and then we can leave. But I want to sit there and say, if you bad, then goddamn it, be bad. That's your karma. But don't sit there and be bad and then try to play the victim like you ain't bad. Don't do that. If you bad, you bad. And we need to stop with these masks. Stop with the mask. Stop being like that. Pull it off. And some of us have layers. Some of us have
like an onion.
Yep.
Many layers.
Layers of mask. So I want to just say that and stuff. I really do. That meant something to me when I seen that.
I'm so proud of you, Divine Legacy. I'm proud of you, First Love. I am proud of everyone that's in I was going to say congregation. We ain't in church. Yeah. Everybody that's in the audience, once again, this is a family. We will not judge you.
And you do not judge us. You sitting there, Mama, talking about you proud of everybody. You made this happen, though.
Mm-hmm.
You made this happen.
But it takes more than just me. There's no I in team. I could not done this without everyone.
That is true, but you was the mastermind.
You open doors. You're a door opener.
Yeah, you open doors. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's mentally, physically, or emotionally, you open doors.
You open doors.
And so that alone we appreciate.
Yeah.
And stuff. So we gonna give you a round of applause because we love you, baby.
Standing ovation, please.
Thank you.
Encore. We want more.
Hey.
Well, you're welcome to come back, First Love. To be a guest. I'm gonna let y'all go. But if anybody want to be a guest or have any type of topics, you can reach out and let us know. We're open to anything. Okay.
Yeah. And stuff. And I also want to sit there and let y'all know that if ain't nobody tell y'all that y'all is loved, know that y'all love.
We love y'all.
Yeah. Know that y'all love when y'all wake up and take that shower, getting ready for work. Know that y'all is love and stuff.
This is American Sign Language for I love you.
That's also the bull.
Hold on. There we go.
Yep. It's American Sign Language for I love you. I took it a little bit in college. This means I love you.
What was that? That ASL?
That's that ASL. I love you.
So yes, we will be on this podcast Sunday. So if you have any topics or you want to be a guest, please reach out. There, you can't see nobody, so there's no reason to be nervous.
Yeah, I give say reach out. If not, I'm gonna talk to y'all about Asian movies again.
But y'all gotta see Marco Polo though.
Marco Polo is good. Marco Polo is
Tell
good.
them men were fine though.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I think I think I in another past life I might have was an Asian because I'm in love with these little Asian guys. Them some fine man. Their skin seems so smooth and they so pretty.
And they aren't. Some of them is dark like us. That's what I was tripping. I was like,
they asked him what time on Sunday.
Sundays is 5:30. Oh, 5:30. I'm sounding like Forrest Gump. Sunday is 5:30. Wednesdays is 7. So J Knock, if you want to be a guest, hit me up. We do love y'all from the bottom of our heart. And once again, I want this podcast to be a family, help it grow. We don't discriminate. We talk to all ethnic groups, you know.
Yeah. So until next time,
peace, love, and light.
Peace. Have a good one.